I'm just going to place contact cement, on one side of the wristlet strap. Set that aside and go ahead and mark the placement. Let's see. I'm just going to place contact cement. On one side of the wristlet strap. Set that aside and go ahead and mark the placement. Let's see. Notches. There's one. There's two. There's three. And four. Okay. I want to do the same for the lining since we're here. And then I'll just snip with my scissors. Okay. And now the center detail. I want to mark. Center, and then I'm ready to match it up, but before I do that, all right, I want to put a little contact cement and prepare to top stitch. Okay, and put that to the side. And now for our zipper. I'm going to use a little contact cement. Around the edges. And I'll come back and slightly brush. All right. So what we're going to do after this is we're going to approach the sewing machine and we're going to stitch a square on either side. If you have a label, it's a good time to go ahead and put that into your lining, finding your center, top and bottom. And I put the label, of course, on the back side of the bag. In this case, it will be in position this way at the top. But when it goes into the bag, it'll be on the back side according to the zipper opening. So I've got my label sewn in, and now in order to get the lining to actually adhere nicely to the body of the bag, of course you don't want to use any sort of glue or rubber cement. So in this case I have what is called, let's see, it's Wonder Under by Pattern. So heavy duty Wonder Under number 725. And all I did, well, let me explain what it is. So it's basically a webbing, like a glue adhesive, but it has a paper backing on one side, and I'll show you how we're going to use that. So I use my pattern, of course, to cut out a piece of this webbing with the paper still attached. Now what I'm going to do is first adhere it, or warm it up so it'll adhere to the wrong side of the fabric. And the way that you can tell is you'll have to find the paper side versus the glue side. So the glue side is bumpy, so you can see the grid, the cross marks. That is definitely the shiny side of this. So that's the glue, and I want the glue side to be faced to the wrong side of the material. And what we're going to do is use an iron, and we're going to glide over the top of the paper side, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so I have that Pattern, the Wonder Under, the webbing I call it, also is another name for it. It is now attached to the lining. So what we're going to do is we have to peel off the paper, and you're just going to have to find a good peeling area. And once you start peeling the paper, of course, the glue will stay in place. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so that's the paper. Now, the glue is attached. You can definitely feel it there. So now we're going to take the body of our bag and we're going to match up those notch points once again to make sure that we're good and centered here with our lining and our body. Because now I'm going to take a warm iron. Actually, before I do that, I do want to trim away about 1/8 of the lining. Okay, so we trimmed off about 1/8 of an inch, and now I'm going to go ahead and center this back onto the body. Looks good. All right, so now it's time for the top stitch. I am going to suggest at least 1/2 inch away from the edge. Right now I have my needle placement at 1 inch from the edge to perform basically a detail is all it really is, and it serves a purpose too to kind of hold down the lining on the inside for the long run, and just 1 inch around the entire perimeter of the bag. Don't forget to sew across the strap to complete the closure, and also the square to hold in the D-ring on either side.